Hello everybody and welcome to Zizin Gaming. Today we're going to be looking at Dead Island Epidemic, the forthcoming sort of MOBA twin-stick shooter from Killswitch Games, also published by Deep Silver. I've played about 2 or 3 hours of this one, so it's kind of a bit of a first impressions on this. Obviously it's only just not too long out, so we'll see what's happening here. First of all, we will toll biscuit up and look at the options menu. General settings, all fairly standard to be quite honest. Auto upgrade skills and things like that. It is a wee bit of a MOBA, but in this one you actually use WAS and D keys to move around rather than clicking around. Some people do prefer that, so it's nice to see that someone's going for a slightly different approach rather than just going for the straight up Dota clone. In the graphics option, of course, you've got your resolution options, a fair number of them available, everything you probably want. I'm not really sure about downscaling, I've not really had a look at it yet. Display modes, you can get all the standard really, no exclusive full screen, although unfortunately. The way that this works basically is it runs in 2 different browsers, so this might get a little bit weird, but hopefully it'll be fine. Texture quality and things like that, that's all fairly standard. We've just got everything set to maximum at the moment. It comes with fairly standard options, to be honest, nothing too unexpected. No options for anti-aliasing, but you don't really need that much, to be honest. In a game like this, it's not going to be that graphically intensive or not beautiful, to be honest. It's fairly standard. Right, user interface start-wise, you have your 2 characters. Well, I've got 2 characters at the moment. I've got Bryce, which is the one that I'm primarily using. He is kind of a long-ranged sort of character. I've been using a rifle on him. He's got some stats, and you've got your basic skills here as well. Concussive shot's kind of a stun. Repellent kick just does what it says in the tin, it kicks people away. Salvo, it's paintballs, you fire in a cone. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but it can be good for AoE. And this one's kind of like a like rain of arrows or something like that you quite often get in various games like Hunter and World of Warcraft and things like that. It's kind of like that, except they're using ducks for some obscure reason. I have no idea why. Basic stats here, nothing out of the ordinary. Power, how much damage you do. Vitality, how much damage you can take. Equipment basics, I'll get onto that in a minute. Attributes, seen that already. Description, who cares. Progress, it does have a leveling up system, so you get experience with every mission you complete, and you'll gain different things. So it's all fairly basic stuff. So you've got augmentation, heavy load, it's slight area damage on your skills, and some skills at the start, and yeah, it's basic. There's nothing too over the top here. I mean, it's consumable slots and things like that, but it's all fairly straightforward. The other guy is this is Berg. He's kind of a tank, really. I would guess, kind of close range. He uses logs for his moves. I don't know. I've not really played him a great deal. It's the one you get in the tutorial. Inventory system, it's all fairly self-explanatory. You get your weapons, these are the ones that I've unlocked so far, so sprocket hammer and a paddle. Keeping it, of course, with the Dead Island style of just random crap that you hit stuff with. Fair game. I've got a flintstone, a rifle, and a shotgun. It's nothing too different. The shotguns are more kind of like they're shotguns, basically. It's kind of your semi-close-up, quite fast firing. And your rifles do quite a lot of damage, but they take quite a long time to kind of wind up. And light weapons and heavy weapons, I'm sure you can work out exactly what they do. One's quick and one's slow and does more damage. Right, okay, so you have your workbench here as well. This is where you can craft some weapons. So say, for example, if I wanted to create this spiky paddle. So during missions you collect some loot at the end of the missions, kind of as a reward. I think it's based reasonably heavily on how well you do the mission, how quickly you complete them and things like that. So you get your items and stuff like that, and if you've got all the materials, it doesn't cost you anything, but if it does, it costs you, what are these called again? Gear points. So as you can see, I've got most of what I need here. I'm a bit low on duct tape, so this would cost me 525, go for a craft, crafty craft, and there we go, I've got a spiky paddle. Very exciting. And let me see. And also, as you also have 2 effective types of leveling. You have your character level up and your is it profile? No. Yeah, you get your character level up there. So Berg's level 1 and Bryce is level 6 because I've played with him quite a bit. You also have your account level as well. So my account level is level 1 at the moment because, as I said, I'm still very early into this game. And when you level it up, you can craft more and better stuff. These are tier based. So tier 1, you can do that at level 1 on your account. Let me see, this one is a tier 3, so I'll have to wait quite a while to be able to make that one. Reinforced rifle, looks pretty good to me. But yeah, that's kind of the basics of it. So, there's also one other thing I know, this is a free-to-play game, so you can buy stuff with real money, and real money is cash. So, say for example, if I wanted to buy a new character, this one would cost me, oh no, actually. Yeah, you can buy characters with cash, or you can buy them with these things, character points. There's several other items you can buy as well, so if you want weapons, they will cost you cash, that's the one. So say I wanted to buy this Scorching Spike Launcher, it's 11,500. Have a look into the buying cash to see exactly what 11,500 is, that's £3.89. That's okay, I guess, it's not the worst I've ever seen, but it is one gun for £4, or what was that, like $7, $7, $8, something like that. So that's it's not that great. I mean, you can buy a game on Steam most of the time, something very, very good, for a lot cheaper than that. But anyway, that is the basics of this game, so we will have a look at the game mode. So you got your basic prologue, it's a prologue, I'm not going to go through all that sort of stuff, just basic tutorials, how to use weapons and things like that. Then you've got two different main modes. You've got your horde mode here, which is kind of like your PvE scenarios. It's a horde mode basically, you just move through the areas and keep killing the stuff until you get told to move on to the next area, fairly straightforward. And you have the scavenger mode. So the scavenger mode is basically it's the moba part of the game. It's based on 3 different teams of 4, and you have to get supplies through killing enemies or capturing points and things like that. And the first person to reach a certain value, then they win. Similar to League of Legends Dominion in a sense. But what we'll do is we'll have a look at the horde mode first of all. And let me see, I'll just start off with an easy one because I'm going to be talking and I'm going to be terrible at the game if not. So, you start off here and then you choose your weapons. So I'm going to use the Flintstone because why not? And weapons wise, I'm using a junkyard rifle. It's actually level 2 now as well, so it does a good bit more damage. Quite nice. You've got your consumables here. Consumables are fairly straightforward. I mean, it's just bandages and different kinds of bandages. Yeah, they'll do fairly boring sorts of things. This one will give you increased focus rating, whatever that is. This one will increase your life leech, and this one will increase your fury rating. I'll explain the fury system shortly. Right, so we shall start just now, and we'll match up with some random people and see what we get. And that was very quick, actually. Surprisingly, I was expecting to have to cut out there, but no. Hello everybody and welcome to the game. So this is basically the game. See down the bottom here you have your action bar, much like any sort of thing you would expect in a MOBA. You've got your 3 abilities there. You've got a stun, we've got a knockback, and a sort of AoE spread ability. So I'm going to start off with the concussion shot. As you can see here, I'm starting off with the axe that we discussed earlier, so yeah, all fairly straightforward here. And of course we'll change over to the rifle. Rifle is fairly slow firing, but it does do quite a lot of damage. It's kind of those kind of risk-reward sort of situations. So you can just kill a zombie in one hit with this one, whereas with anything else, as you can see with the melee users there, they're taking 2 or more to kill them. So the idea here basically is a horde, and you've got to kill this barricade as well as kind of fending off the zombie apocalypse. So you do that just now. And yeah, so you can switch between your weapons on at will here with the C key, and that will change between your 2 weapons. The C key is not a great key for it, I think, but they are using the majority of the other ones for better purposes. You do have a dodge roll on the space bar as well, which is always quite nice to have in a game like this, because, you know, you sometimes get boxed in, and that is a problem that a lot of twin stick shooters do have. So I'll change back to this one as well. So when you right click, you use up what's called rage. We discussed that a little while ago, and that is a little white bar underneath my health there. So when I build up enough of that, I get built up by firing. When I right click rather than left click, I will fire off a more powerful version of whatever weapon I'm using. This one comes with it's a piercing bullet, which will do quite a lot of damage. Depending on the number of bars you've got there is the amount of damage. You will use up the entire bar every time you use it, however. So, as you can see here, there is the flag here. And the flag kind of starts off the horde mode area, the horde mode sections for these levels. So you go in, you press X on the flag. X is kind of the action key for this game. You'll charge up and then the horde will start. And you'll see down the bottom of the screen there, it says kill 30 more zombies to advance. So once you've killed all these zombies, you will advance to the next wave, and the next wave will be slightly more difficult. It might have some more special types of zombies. We haven't seen any of the special types yet, but I'm sure we will soon. They are very, 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 very similar to another one of Valve's games, and they're selling this on the... There we go. There is a bloater from Left 4 Dead. Fantastic. So yeah, it's basically you've got your bloaters, you've got your smokers, you've got the hunters, and you've got a charger as well. I'm not sure about any other types. I haven't seen them yet. We also got one that sort of does a mind control. So as you see, the more of them you kill, the higher level you get. See, I'm level 3 now. I'm not sure exactly why there's a level 2 here, but I'm sure there will be a valid reason for that somewhere along the lines. It's possibly because I've killed more zombies. I have no idea. I don't want to check my scoreboard. But the scoreboard is on the tab button there, so we can have a look. I've killed 39 zombies, which is the most out of the rest of the team. It is on a tab toggle rather than a hold to see it. So that's it's quite nice, but sometimes it's quite annoying when you just want to very quickly check. So I'll use my special ability here, and I only hit one of them, unfortunately, but it would hit anything in a straight line. It's quite difficult to hit multiple zombies. The area seems to be quite limited with that one, which is unfortunate. So the rest of your team, I'll explain basically what's happening here. I'm kind of the ranger. These two kind of big dudes here, they are the sort of tanks. So the tanks will take quite a lot of damage, they'll buff you up, and they'll basically give you bonuses. So that's a supply point done here. The other one here, the woman with the blonde hair, or I assume it's a woman, I'm not entirely sure. The one with the blonde hair, she is kind of the roguish sort of character. She attacks very quickly and she does quite a lot of damage in a short space of time. She's also got some disables. I was slightly wrong as well. I did actually find out in some research after the last video that there's actually 3 variants of the 3 starter characters. There is armoured, starter, and mutated, and then of course you've got the pay-to-win character, which is kind of the he's got gas barrels and things like that, and he seems to be very, very overpowered, or perhaps it's just everyone I've seen playing him has been very good. I can't really tell, but he is only available through huge amounts of farm. And we'll discuss that in a little while. So yeah, you just keep moving through the different areas, defend. The horde mode is fairly straightforward, to be honest. This is the easiest difficulty. The other difficulties do have a lot more variety in units that you can use. You're up against rather than use them. I don't know why you want to use a zombie. So, killing the zombies. Killing zombies. So yeah, it's basically, especially this character, he doesn't seem very incredibly exciting. You basically stand near the flag and you shoot people. And of course this is just PvE. PvE is always going to be one spotting, really. It is quite MMO in its style, in a sense, especially when it comes up to the bosses. So I've got my ultimate here. This is a ridiculous ultimate, and I don't mean ridiculous as in good, I mean ridiculous. You fire birds from the sky and it kills people. I don't understand why they needed to do that. I'm sure people aren't worried about sort of the reality factor of Dead Island game. Get my zombie games confused. They're also similar. But yeah, so you fire in the air with a paintball gun and you kill birds, and birds come down and do more damage than bullets. So that makes loads of sense. You must be using some pretty terrible, terrible weaponry. So, as I said, you just continue doing this one. Eventually we will get to an area where there'll be a sort of mini-boss, and that'll be at the end of the level, most likely. And sometimes you do get them earlier, and sometimes the levels do change a little bit, so it's nice that there is a little bit of... oh, sorry. A little bit of a bug there. My bad. Just alt-tabbed for whatever reason. I apologise for that one. So, we will continue killing these zombies just now. The view distance isn't great. I mean, you can drag off to the side to get more accuracy and more range, rather. Range doesn't really matter that much for most classes, but with this class, as you're kind of the sniper of the game, it does make a bit of a difference. So yeah, as you can see, it's 14 more zombies we have to kill for this one. I'll take this final one and show what that is. So it's just basically a machine gun salvo. That guy is the charger that we were discussing earlier from Left 4 Dead. So you can stun them mid-movement as well, which is quite nice. So if they come and attack you, then you do have kind of a get out of jail free, as long as your reactions are fast enough and your cast times are fast enough as well. So as we can see on the right hand side here, I have failed to mention this so far, but I will redeem myself now. There is times on the missions. So it's 12 minutes for gold and 20 minutes for silver, and of course it goes down to bronze after 20 minutes. So that basically increases your rewards or decreases your rewards, as the case may be, depending on what happened in the fight. So this is a very easy mission. We just killed them, and that's basically the end of it. So we will finish up here, and we will see our. So we got gold there, 7 minutes and 5. I got the most kills because I are pro and such. Probably just because I was sitting back, just AFK shooting, which is fair enough. So we will discuss the level up system here as well. So you get experience after every level. You get your experience on your account, you get experience on your character, you get experience on your weapons as well. Maximum level is 3, as you can see my junkyard rifle is level 3 at the moment as well, which is quite nice. So your reward value 220, I have no idea what that means, but that'll give you an idea of what the things I got the rewards for. So boost, match duration, game reward and such. So when you open it, it'll be full of some lovely goodies. Gear points that'll be used to buy like consumables and things like that. Character points to buy, strangely enough, characters. I got a critical bandage, which is basically just a healing bandage that will heal you. That'll give you critical strike. A spiky paddle, plan actually, and some duct tape, which is a crafting material. So that's basically it for that side of the game. So we will look at the second part now. We will look at the scavenger missions. So I'll start ready up just now, and this can take some time. It's nowhere near as quick as the previous. In the PvE scenario, it seems there's less people doing it. So I'll cut back in as soon as we get a game. Hello and welcome back. As you can see, we are in game now as well. So the way that this works basically is there's 3 teams of 4 players. As you can see at the top, there is your what you have to do. You've got to break through the barricades as quickly as possible along the little line here. We are the greens, so top right corner. And get to the middle. First person to get to the middle gets a little bit of a bonus in the loot at the end, and of course it gives you a little bit of an advantage with capturing points. So the idea basically here is you run through some zombies for a little while, and then you get to the middle, and then the PvP starts. This is really the moba part of the game, over the PvE sort of horde mode zombie standard thing. This is what really sets this game apart from any other sort of twin stick shooter with a progression system. So it looks like we've got a reasonable set here. We don't actually have a tank. We've got 1 support and 2 kind of roguey type dudes. So we will fire on these zombies, try and make our way through here as quickly as we possibly can. As I said, the dodge roll is quite handy, but it does use a cooldown system on that one as well. The item I just picked up there, that is supplies. That's basically the entire point. As you can see on the right hand side here, there is a supply meter. When you reach that, and when you get that to the top, then you will be able to advance to the next part. Sorry, you will be able to win. You get first, second, and third, as obviously you would get with a game like this. So I'm going to fire on these zombies, try and kill as many as I can here. And then we've got to destroy this barricade. So we will do this as quickly as we possibly can. And of course there's big dudes that will come in here and do a wee stun there. I didn't dodge in time because I'm an idiot, quite clearly. I will be able to show you the healing system in this one as well. It's a little bit different than what you would normally expect in a game like this. It's not just kind of a quick press potion, die, get heals. It does involve quite a significant investment of time. So we've broken this barricade and we are the second into the supply area. So what you do is, as I've got 3 supplies just now, I will go over here, I'll press X, I will deliver my supplies. It takes a couple of seconds. We get a little bit more experience for that one, and we will move on to the next area. Killing a couple of zombies there. It looks like our team might want to go to the bottom one at the moment, to be honest, because blue haven't quite made it out. Orange are going for the other one, so we'll have to go down to the bottom here. And there's the spinning kick there as well, which is always quite nice. It's nice as a range character to have the option to push them back a little bit. So when we capture this one, it'll start up with a sort of League of Legends domination sort of style capture. So basically you just got to capture this as much as you can. This person here, this big zombie, will it'll control me basically. It's just a mind control basically. So you want to try and avoid that if possible. They do have, it's not an instant cast as well. It will chase you and you can dodge it and things like that, which is always quite nice. So we're about to capture our first point. We are a little bit behind the oranges here, and the blues are considerably ahead by the looks of things, which is unfortunate. So I'm just going to continue killing these zombies, picking up some supplies. These tend to give you, it's supply per minute basically is what you get. So I think what we should do here is go on to the midpoint here. Midpoint is really the big point of contention. Normally in a fairly evenly matched game, everyone will have one item, one area to themselves, and the middle will decide it. A little bit like the Rathi Basin in World of Warcraft. Just missed that one, nightmare. So I can just sit back here and I can shoot as many people as I can, and I'll push them back as well. Try and fire off as many rounds as possible, try and do as much damage to these fools as possible. It looks like blue is in here in the fray. You can get some really quite hectic in the middle here as well, which is quite nice. And of course the stuns are quite nice with this one as well, because it helps you line up your shots, because they are quite high risk reward with this type of weapon anyway. So you are going to have some problems locking people down sometimes. So I'm just going to fire on this dude here and see if I can do a good bit of damage to him. I think he is slightly out of range there, unfortunately. So I will duck into here. I will fire on this guy. Oh, will I get it? Not quite. So I will try and help here. It looks like that is an infected sprout. I think that one is the item that you get from... it's one of your abilities you get as a mutated style. So... And this guy is the looter. Basically, he will drop a lot of supplies if you can kill him. He's kind of the... I would say, sort of like the Roshan, I would think, of this game. Which is quite nice to have that little extra option to get supply. If you're having trouble capturing the points, you can still get someone. You're not going to be endlessly stuck. But it does mean that other teams can come in here, like is happening right now, and you can have some real problems with this. You can come down here and try and capture as many of these supplies as humanly possible. Fire on this guy here. It looks like I caught a fair few there. I'm hoping my team got most of them, but I don't think so, to be quite honest. So I'm going to go back to the base here and drop these in, and also do a little bit of healing as well. The items that you've got for the healing as well, they do they're a little bit varied. Like this one will give me a life leech bonus, which basically means that I can steal health off of people. As far as I know, I've not really used these a great deal. Healing is not much of an issue in the single player, which is what I've been doing mostly. So it looks like they are contesting our point down the bottom here. We are considerably behind at the moment, which is not good at all. So we're going to have to come down here and see if we can do something about it. So I've stunned this guy, and I'm going to fire off a big round there, and I'll do quite a lot of damage. Knock him back. And it looks like they are going to try and take us out here, which is unfortunate, but we might be able to defend against them. It's hard to say. So, just firing off some rounds here. Looks like we've got a little bit more support coming our way as well, which is always nice. And it looks like we might actually do this, because we have all four of us, so we should be able to defend this point with relative ease. If I can actually catch this guy, which I don't think I will be able to, which is unfortunate. We will chase him, but I don't think we're going to be able to get him. Got a wee hit there on that guy, I think I got him anyway. Bit difficult to say at this stage. So, firing off, killing some more zombies, get some experience, and maybe come over here and try and capture this point, which would be quite nice as well. I'll do a wee bit of healing here as well, because I am quite low on health, so doing this as well will be quite useful. So what I'll do is I will fire off my ultimate here, and that should be able to clear out the zombies fairly quickly. Oh, there we go, and I'm in trouble, in big trouble here, and I'm dead. So your other team members can revive you when you're down here, but it can be very dangerous. It does take quite a considerable amount of time. If not, you will respawn at your home base, so which I'll very likely do here. I don't think anyone's coming to save me here. So
So as soon as the respawn time goes down, the respawn times do vary depending on how quickly you get your, what level you are and things like that by the looks of things. So fire on this dude. I'm getting fired at a little bit here as well, which is less than ideal. Looks like one of my dudes just survived a little bit, so that's good. I'm killing some more zombies. I'm going to go over here and pick up that supply as well, and I think I'll probably just take this back as well. We are considerably behind at the moment, so that is less than ideal. Deliver. There we go. And that is that delivered. So your home base does have a defense turret, which is always quite nice as well. So you will have an advantage if they try and steal your supplies, which you can actually do. You can steal supplies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and see if I can get the rest of my team to come with me and perhaps try and steal this point from them. The middle seems to have quite a lot happening at it at the moment, so that will distract them enough that we can maybe come in here and get a wee sneaky steal going on. My team don't seem particularly good, and I am not particularly good at this either, so you do need to be... Stun, there we go, I got him, I managed to get a stun off on him before he damaged us enough that there would cause some problems. He does do a little bit of stun when he catches you, just like the Charger in Left 4 Dead. So we'll capture this, we'll capture the lighthouse here, hopefully, in just a few more seconds. It does start a miniature horde at the start here, so it is something to bear in mind that it is a little bit dangerous when you do these as well. So it looks like we've captured this one, something's got 2 points, that puts us at a bit of an advantage. We can maybe come back from this a little bit, so that is quite nice. But we also leaves our bottom point open for attack because we do of course have our entire team up on the top here. Looks like the oranges are capturing middle point as well, so that's quite nice for them. They don't actually have any further points at the moment, so they will need that point to really survive this.
Look at the size of him. Time to take him on a grand tour.
Okay, so this one is effectively the smoker. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already, but the smokers, they'll grab you in here and you'll have some problems if you don't do this one. So I'm gonna just try and capture this one a little bit sneakily there, but it seems that I was interrupted. So I'm going to take a lot of damage here, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my special ability here, kill these zombies. That's a little bit of a glitch there. I'm not really sure exactly what happened there, but I should be able to kill this big dude very, very soon. That was unfortunate. Kill, 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 kill. I think my team are backing off this one, to be quite honest. So I'm going to fire off a little bit of a stun here. I'm going to go back here and heal a touch. Actually, our top point is being contested at the moment. It looks like there's quite a lot of them there, so this might be a bit of a difficult one. So I'll heal up a little bit before I do so. So I'll fire on this dude over here. It doesn't seem to have noticed me quite yet, so that's always quite nice. And he is level 10 compared to my level 8. So I'm not really sure exactly how the stat progression works on per level, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how it works out in the end. And this one is the hunter. If he jumps on you, he will hit you quite hard. I've actually got a considerable number of the resources here, so it might be worth going back to fill those in, but I am a bad man, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to drop a stun, fire on him. I am actually going to go back here. Looks like our looter might be floating around here as well. I think that might be what the yellow thing is. I'm not really sure, because there's no yellow team, so it makes sense. I'm not sure. Not entirely sure. There's a thing there anyway, and I don't know what it is. So we capture this, we've lost that point, and I'm going to level up my stun here and do a little bit of healing, just to make sure that we're kind of catching up here. Looks like we are beating orange at the moment, but they are taking bottom here. So I need to go down here and try and defend this if possible. Might be quite dangerous if there is more than one person here. It seems that taking on 2 versus 1 can be a severe problem sometimes, so something to bear in mind, most definitely. I think I might get him here. There we go. Managed to defend the point. Oh, I've been caught, which is unfortunate. So I'll take quite a lot of damage here. It's effectively a stun is what it is. So I'll dodge roll out of this one. Hopefully I won't get caught the second time. Pick up some supplies. Stun him. No, he's going to stun me. Picked up a supply on the way. I entirely meant that. It was entirely intentional. So I'll kill this guy. There we go. So I've defended this point. These zombies are becoming a problem. I'm going to have to heal up right now as well. So I'm standing on the point here, so I'll be able to defend it if anyone so desires to come at me. And it looks like one of those orange bros are thinking about it. So the longer you heal, the more you heal for. So you can't do quick heals with it as well, which is quite a nice addition. It stops people just kind of running out for 2 or 3 seconds, running back in with full health, and causes some real problems. I've actually got 16 supply here, so I'm considering I think I might just go back to base and drop these in, and I don't think we've got any chance of winning this one, but we do have a chance of getting second place. Orange is going to lose here to blue. They're going to lose their midpoint here as well. So I'm going to deliver my supplies. There we go. So we've got more supplies now. So we've got 441 out of 800. So that's quite nice. So it looks like my team are going mid, so I will go to the midpoint as well. Obviously, it is very similar to League of Legends in the sense that there is it's done. In the sense that it is kind of the several points which you have to capture, and you get points based on. Oh yes, take that in your face. Nicely done by me, I have to say. Blow my own horn, but I'm good. So he's been caught by the smoker there, and I'm calling them smokers because that's effectively what they are. They're completely stolen designs, which is a bit of a shame. They look different, of course, but in actuality, that is what they are. They're smokers, and there's not much you can really do about that one. And there's the bloaters there. They will do damage to me as well, which is less than ideal. Oosh. There's going to be some supplies down here. I'll try and pick that up. Yeah, man fight. Man fight activated. So green trucks, our truck is now full, which is quite nice. I've got myself 3 supply, but I really need to go back purely just to heal myself at the moment. So that is not good at all. So I'll need to go back and heal up. So it looks like we're doing okay. I mean, blue is obviously dominating this one considerably, which is it's unfortunate. One thing is these games do feel, I know they're not actually lasting that long. I mean, I've only been recording, it's about 15 minutes for this game. But the games do seem to last a long time, which is, you know, it's alright if you're winning and if it's a close match or something like that, but if it's a long, drawn-out affair of just one team stomping the face of everyone else, then it's not really ideal, to be honest. Alright, there's a big fight going on here, and I'll come in and get a wee kill there, not bad. I'll try and kill the orange guy there as well. Fire, fire, fire. That's not going to work very much. That is unfortunate. Right, looks like we are contesting the top point here, so I will go up and aid them here as well. Take out quite a few of them there with that one. Firing on zombies. There we go, save my teammate, which is always nice. Go over here, Capity point. And blue's won, but we are second, which is not too bad. So that's basically it. We'll run back to our point here, get into the van, and drive off. So that's basically it for the PvP side of things. So we just basically need to done, and it'll come up here and basically show exactly. So blue got through the barricades first. That gives me a little bit of an advantage, and it will show down the bottom as the time goes on how people were doing and things like that. So first to fill the truck was blue, and no surprise, and then first to win will be blue. So blue win everything there. They get considerably more points than we do. We'll have a look at the scoreboard here, see how I did there. I got 3 kills, 1 death, 45 supplies. It was okay, I guess. Not too bad. Kills don't seem to be a big issue in this one. It really is purely objective based if you want to win, which is something that it's a lot of people won't get used to. Patient 0, oh, he's bought the pack. fantastic. So yeah, that is about it for that one. So we'll exit the crib and see what sort of rewards we get for that one. So we level up here. I've got myself crafting tier 2, which is quite nice. I've got myself level 8 in my character as well, which is quite nice as well. I've got an extra consumable slot. I can have a bit more variety in items I can use, maybe carry a grenade or something like that. And I got 316, which is slightly more than you would get in the PvE. So I'll open that and see what happens. So again, some points for various things, some bandages, spiky paddle thing, duct tape, and cloth scraps. So yeah, that is basically Dead Island Epidemic. It is of course free on Steam just now. You can of course buy starter packs as well, and they'll give you some starter points and things like that. My real impression of this game is quite good. It's effectively just a twin stick shooter with a couple of MOBA aspects into it. I don't see it being all that interesting. There's not a huge amount of content yet, as far as I can tell. It's still very early, it's still in beta, so that is something to bear in mind. These things can and probably will change. But it seems okay. I can't see me playing this a huge amount in the future. I'll maybe have a couple of games here and there, but I can't see me getting very far. I have been told that it is difficult to get into PvP without investing considerable amounts of time in farming in the PvE to be able to be any real competition. As you can see in that last game, I was getting stomped by people that had either farmed for characters or farmed for gear or something like that. It's a bit difficult. The matchmaking doesn't seem all that good. So that's everything for me. If you like this, please like, favorite, subscribe, all that nonsense. I want to know if you like this sort of thing and if I should do it more. And the support is obviously much appreciated. And I shall see you next time.